Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading a Muichiro listener by me. So let's get into it. To Muichiro, you were very difficult to understand. Someone who was strange. Someone who was incredibly brave and very admirable. The fact that you were able to accept his lifestyle and knew what he did. The fact that he was a Hashira. That he killed demons. And the demons even existed, and you believed him so undoubtedly. It was something so, well, it was difficult to imagine happening, and yet it had all been given to him by you. And somehow, he's still never able to get past it, unable to comprehend that all of this could be truly real. After all, what were the odds? That you would fall in love in the first place, and that the someone he fell in love with would love him back and somehow understand his dangerous lifestyle and brave it along with him, knowing the danger that it puts you in and still being able to endure it. It was all something so precious, so lovely, and it always strengthened your bond. The way that you were able to understand him and always support him no matter what he was going through. He loved the fact that he could always depend on you to understand and to help him in the ways that you could, of course. He would never want you fighting against demons. However, after the two of you met and you started being in love and dating, he had taught you some things, just in case. So after all of that, you were undoubtedly the most brave person he's ever seen, knowing that this lifestyle was not something you had to endure, and yet believing him, and instead of running away or doing anything else, you wanted to stand by his side and fight when you had to. That made him love you even more than you could probably ever could, and ever thought that you could love someone. So all in all, it was impressive. Everything about you, that is. He didn't really think he could see you being scared of something so silly and so insignificant. It was weird when one day he came back home during a very rainy night and there was thunder about. And once you got in, though there was no sign of an attack or something, he kept calling your name for nothing to happen at all. Wayan, Wayan, are you around? He called over and over, but there seemed to be no sign that anyone was even inside. And after a little bit of frustration, he went inside the room. And after a bit of struggling around trying to find you and calling out your name, he was able to find you at last once you opened the closet, seeing as there was a blanket that you were huddled behind. Wayan, I can see you, you know. It's not really a funny prank, he said, but when you flinched at first, and then upon calming down, he peeked your head out. The expression on your face was too funny for him to hold back laughter, but he still managed to do so anyway. However, it cleared up the fact that this was no prank whatsoever. Whatever you were doing in there, you were serious about it. And somehow that made the situation all the more funnier and all the weirder for his sake. Wyan, would you please explain to me what you were doing in there? I I was just. You were just. He continues to ask, utterly confused by all of this. And after a little bit of fidgeting, you look down, ashamed, and you whispered out what you've been trying to say. I'm scared, Michiro. And at that, his senses almost heightened. You're scared? Of what, Wyan? What's going on? Is there a demon? I'm not sensing anything here. No, it's not a demon, I promise. You say to calm him down, And somehow it's ridiculous because there's nothing for you to be scared of, rationally speaking. And yet, as another thunder sounds through, you find yourself jumping and flinching. And he clearly sees what you're scared of. But instead of laughing at you or scoffing or telling you to just shake it off, he looks at you, a little bit concerned, and, well, he loves you, finds you endearing, even those things that you did that may seem irrational to everyone else. So that's when he picked you up in his arms, keeping his comments to himself, the way that it seems so ridiculous that someone could be so brave as you are, and yet be scared of something so rational. But that's how humans were. That's how people are. Things didn't make sense all the time, and that was the beauty of life. He saw it with you right now, the way you curled into him, wrapping your arms around him tightly, as if he would disappear any moment now. He let you hold him though, holding you right back, perhaps just a sight to make you feel like you were safe and held. Nothing was going to take you away from him no matter what. And so, the night passed with you in his lap, in his arms, while he talked to you softly, trying to get the noise away from your mind and all the thoughts that scared you. And slowly, they scurried away, somewhere very far, as Muichiro's voice flooded your head, peaceful and calming and everything you needed. And soon, as he kept talking to you, his hand gently going through your hair, as more words flew out of his mouth, slowly, you felt like you were feeling very sleepy. And as moments passed by, your eyes drooped even lower. Your voice got a little bit slurred, as whatever conversation that you were having was getting slowly mixed up in the dream that you were in. And soon enough, despite the thunder going on, you were fast asleep on Waitro's arms. That's how effective he was, and how safe you would always feel around him.